All right, welcome back on this Tuesday morning. Again, we're live to the KGNS app. We're live to the website. We are also live to our Facebook page, and we've got the stream up on YouTube as well. So a reminder, if you're watching on Facebook, I'm toying right now with streaming to both. Couldn't get the YouTube stream up just a little while ago, but it is up for this interview, and there will be a point where all of the interviews will now be on our YouTube page for KGNS, which is KGNS-TV. So just a heads up, but if you've been watching on the app and on the website, then you're good to go. That is where we will be. We will continue to stream. Okay, back to school, obviously a big topic, August the 1st, and really when the first day of August rolls around, then it becomes real for not only the students, but mostly for the teachers and everybody involved in back to school. So Communities and Schools of Laredo Incorporated. We talked to Sandy on Friday through United Way of Laredo, but now we have Gloria Rendon joining us as well. She's Executive Director of Communities and Schools of Laredo. And Gloria, we were talking, did you get this flyer? Did you get that flyer? Did you get that flyer? You've got so many events going on for back to school that we figured let's knock them all out right now. So first of all, welcome, Gloria. Welcome back to the Digital News Desk. Good to see you in person for once.
Yes, Ruben. Good to be here, and thank you for having us.
So Sandy, welcome back as well.
Morning, Ruben. Glad to be here.
I guess I should turn on your mic. There we go. Now, there you go.
Good morning, and thank you for having us again. Thank you.
Our pleasure. So, Gloria, back to school for everyone. How does this affect communities and schools?
Well, there's a lot of activities. First of all, I'd like to say to all of the school administrators, teachers, and everyone, all of our parents, it's a Happy New Year. And so we like to kick that off, first of all, by saying that. And there's a lot of activities going on, not only in our organization, but also throughout our community.
Now, previously we were talking about the fundraiser, and we will talk about that as well because that is this month now, correct?
Yes.
But you've got a lot of other events that are happening, and a lot of fundraisers as well. I'm going to start with the partnership that you have here with HEB. Let's talk about that, Gloria.
Okay. Yes, I want to just inform all of our community partners, our parents out there, our community in general, that HEB. Once again, came to our aid in providing back-to-school kits for our students. So at the end of your checkout, whether you buy online or where you go in person, you can hit whether you want to round up your final bill, or you can donate $1, $3, $5, or $10. All of the money goes back into our organizations to supply back-to-school items for our students. And so HEB has partnered with us once again, and we are extremely grateful for them. In addition to that, aside from the donations that you can do at the checkouts, we also have our back-to-school supply drive for our students on Saturday. It'll be from 9 to 10. It's communities in school students, and our site coordinators are contacting our students so that they can receive these passes so that they can receive the donations or their back-to-school kits on Saturday, and that's August the 5th, this Saturday.
That's the flyer that I have up now. For 1 hour from 9 to 10, correct?
At our offices in our building, right across the street from Taco Palenque. We're right behind the big ATM machine, right next to.
Wait, which Taco Palenque? Because now there's like 1,000 of them everywhere.
right off of Saunders, 2114 East Saunders.
Okay, there's only one on Saunders, so you're good. So they're by the Taco Palenque. So this is the school supply drive for the CIS students. Gloria, how do you serve the students once back to school begins? At what point does CIS start stepping in or getting involved?
Even before day one, Ruben.
Yeah.
So our site coordinators will be on campus tomorrow. Right now we're having staff development for them. And day one, they start taking information, referrals from our parents, returning students, referrals from our teachers, anybody. We take actually the parents who we received some calls yesterday, and we start having a application for them so that they can see if they're eligible to meet, and we just start the intake process for them, and should they be eligible, then we case manage all of these particular students. So not every campus has a CIS program, but we are looking to continue to expand and to grow in our community, and I would like for Sandy Salinas, who is our program director, to probably share a little bit more information with regards to the services that we provide at the campus level.
Sandy, you're on.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Ms. Rendon. Communities in Schools is the nation's largest dropout prevention program. And we are situated, like Ms. Rendon said, not in every campus, but every campus that does have an partnership agreement with CIS. And basically, we do hire professionals to be on a campus to work with your most at-risk students. These are students who might potentially have, struggles as far as passing the STAR, or maybe their academics, maybe in a particular area, maybe struggling with their mental health, or, parents struggling. I think coming back from COVID, everything was just escalated. So parents are still struggling to put food on the table, providing uniforms and mental health services, therapy for students. Everything, the prices have skyrocketed, and parents, some of them had to let go of their job to stay home. So we are basically there to provide resources to students and remove whatever barrier to learning that they have, not only so that the kids can be successful inside the classroom, but also outside the classroom.
And how do you, and I don't know if I've asked you this already, Sandy, how do you get a student, how do you start offering them services? Does a teacher come to you, a counselor, the school? How does it work?
We do have a process, and students do have to be recommended to CIS. Since we are an outside agency located inside the schools, we do need to have parental consent and release of information. So basically, any student can be recommended, and they can be recommended by anybody: teacher, counselor, parents, student themselves, peers, a probation officer, court system, anybody can recommend. Once they do, we do have eligibility criteria checklist that we have to, go through. It is from the Texas Education Agency, just to see if students qualify, whether they have been retained, it's an ESL student, teen parent, maybe they had dropped out previous years. So basically, if they receive free or reduced lunch, that's another criteria. So basically, a lot of the majority of the students do qualify. It's not income based or anything like that. So once we see that they qualify, then we do an assessment on the students so we could address the whole child.
Yeah. Now, what age groups are you talking about?
K through 12.
Wow.
K through 12.
What sort of an effort is this for CIS, Gloria? How many people are involved in this whole process through Communities in Schools?
Well, we have 42 employees. Majority of them are at the school sites. So there's only 6 of us at the office. And so the services are directly tied to the students. So our staff is working hand in hand, building relationships with our students at the campus level, building relationships with their teachers, and of course with the parent of that child. And our mission is to ensure that these students are successful in school, as mentioned by Sandy, and in the future, successful in life.
Uh-huh. And everyone that is with Communities in Schools, these are all volunteers. Am I correct?
No, we are
Okay.
there.
They do get
the site,
compensated. Okay.
correct.
Full-time employees.
Yeah. Okay. So as far as the services, are they all offered on campus, or is anything offered at the?
We have a lot of
office?
we have some activities in the office area, some school-wide activities as well, and then we're also big on community. Being seen out in the community, so that we can get our name out and our students getting the services that they need. And we are a resource in our community, and that's what I want parents to know, that we are one of many resources, and hopefully working together hand in hand with our parents, our school systems, that our students will be successful in school.
Gloria Rendon and Sandy Salinas from Communities in Schools of Laredo. And I've heard the name over and over for many, many years, but up until I met Sandy, and this year, do I actually know what Communities in Schools does? Right. So it's like you said, Gloria, getting the name out there into the community and having parents understand that this is a resource for their kids. So let's talk about all of these events again. Let's talk about the fundraiser, because I know this is this the first time you attempt this?
Yes. Yes, it is.
So how are things going now? This is the back to the 80s party.
It's going well. I just want to tell our community, anybody who wants to go, it's a fantastic band. It's a great event that we are planning to have. It is August 19th at the Life Pavilions. Tables are still available, $300 or $500 for gold or silver sponsorship. We are selling individual as well, and people are asking, what if I don't have, 8 friends? And I said, look, guys, it's better if you find 8 people to go with, and you'll have a nice table. You're going to know who you sit with.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the other events, those of you who can't find eight individuals to join you, then we have tickets for individual sales at $30 a person. The tables do include, for the 500, my gold sponsors, we will advertise. We are putting it on our Facebook, on our social media sites as well. And we'll have a banner out there with all of the sponsorships. The 500, it includes not only your table in close proximity to the stage, but also a ticket for a beverage there at the site. So 8 tickets. And the $300 table, the same thing. And of course, the $30 entrance does not. So you're on your own, but we will have refreshments. There are no drinks that can be taken into the facility, but you can take your food. You can take your food trays if you'd like, and then of course buy your beverages from us. And we're hoping that it is a first-time event, and we'll hopefully make it an annual event.
Sure.
Because this is it's something. It's all of our proceeds go back to assisting our students for their mental health services, enrichment items, hygiene products, shoes, tennis shoes that we purchase, undergarments, everything that a student will need to be successful in school.
And Sandy, talk about we hear about the things that you offer, such as the shoes, the hygiene products, and how do all of these, what appear to be little to us, things play in the role of a child?
Oh, definitely. They do play a big role. There's no reason why students need to stay home. We have seen even at the high school level, and it doesn't matter if you're in a school in the north, south, east, or west, kids are showing up to school with torn shoes. They don't have their basic necessities, whether it's their school supplies or sometimes even food. Kids are showing up hungry. We see it a lot in the high schools. It's not just the elementary or middle schools. So we try to provide those services, and those are barriers to learning because the kids are not focusing inside the classroom. Why? Because they're hungry. Why? Because maybe something happened at home. Maybe mom worked late, or even our students. Sometimes our high school students are employed and they don't get out till like 2 o'clock in the morning. So they're showing up tired and hungry. So we just ensure that we remove whatever barrier that they have that, prevents them from focusing in school.
Gloria, you obviously were with the district for many years. What was your knowledge of communities and schools? Were you aware of all of the service that they offered?
I was actually the liaison with
yes.
at the district level. So yes, but never to the extent of what we do. I just want to say that it's just a very fulfilling experience. It is good to be working with parents and students again at this level, and so I've been enjoying this run.
Yeah.
So it's just a wonderful organization. It's been here in Laredo for 33 years, and we have grown, and our goal is that we will continue to grow into more schools in the future because of that need.
Yeah, and you've been able to serve your community in many ways, Gloria. This is different. I think this is a more, you really get to see the good that you do through this organization.
Directly. Actually, directly.
Yeah.
I see the good that everybody does in our organization, and it just brings a lot of joy to all of us, knowing that we are making a difference in the life of a child.
I'm guessing a lot of sad stories, but then a lot of success stories.
Yes, I will share our alumni newsletter, and it's really, really good. Every month we feature a student who was in CIS and what they've gone on to do in this world. And so we have individuals who have become teachers, who are, I know somebody who was during neurological assessments. And so just to hear their stories, they're amazing.
All right. Oh, go ahead, Sandy.
If I can add,
Sure.
we do have CIS alumni that have come back to work for communities and
my
schools
goodness, that's
as
awesome.
site coordinators.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right, so let's go through all this again. So if you go to HEB, there's the flyer for that. 100% of your donation that you can make at the checkout, you said, right, Gloria?
At the checkout, whether you do it in person or whether you're one of those individuals who does curbside.
Okay, so there's that. So HEB helping out communities and schools, and then let me switch screens here. We'll go to your school supply drive-through, which is this coming Saturday. There's the screen for that.
Yes, those are the kits that we receive. We receive 1,000 kits from HEB, and so they're ready to go. And so this is for our CIS students as well. Parents, again, contact your site coordinators at the campus level so that you can get your pass to go through our drive-through on Saturday.
And I almost forgot an event, but the day before that, I haven't showed this flyer. I got to find it. You're gonna have something with haircuts, right?
That is on Friday. That is that event will be taking place on our site at 2114 East Saunders. That is our building, Communities in Schools. We have partnered with Immaculate Barber Institute, and I just want to give a shout out to Domino's of Laredo for sponsoring the haircuts for over 200 students.
200 students.
And so yes, and so they'll be there from 10 to 2 o'clock, 10 to 1 o'clock. Is it 10 to 2?
10 to
1.
9 to 11.
Oh, we didn't change it.
Oh.
It's actually 10.
10
so
o'clock,
it's, so
okay.
it's 10 to 1. And so they'll be there, first 200 students. And parents, you may see barber school, but they're cutting hair for boys and for girls. All right, so it's any student that would want to go get a nice haircut, and it is students only. But Domino's is sponsoring this. Hopefully they'll be on site as well to join us.
And so this will be for also CIS students only?
Yes.
So, but the first 200, and it's at 10 o'clock at your facility on Friday.
Correct.
They need to reach out to their CIS site coordinator on campus.
Okay, sounds good. Do they need to do the same for the supply drive as well? Reach out to their site coordinator. So you have students that were being being seen by communities and schools last year that will automatically be seen this year. Is that how it works, or this is based off of last year's services?
We actually renew our consent forms
Gotcha.
every year. This is going to be the first time that TEA, the Texas Education Agency, has issued out consent forms that we could keep for a long period of time. So the students that will be recurring students, but we do have to pick them up again. So our site coordinators, they're familiar with the families because they've been working with them for sometimes several years. So they'll know who to reach out to.
All right, Gloria, did we leave anything out?
No, just call us, contact us. Our big event is August 19th. It is our fall fundraiser. It is a dance, Passing Strangers. I'm going to guarantee that everybody's going to love that band. They play 80s and 90s music, and so we do have some tables still available. And so we would like to sell out as well. It's a great cause, great time, great event, and guys, the kids are already back in school, so come on and celebrate and enjoy them going back to school so that you can come back and have some fun.
A last opportunity to let loose before things get even crazier.
Correct.
All right, Sandy, any final thoughts?
And DJ Slinky will be in the house as well.
DJ Slinky, okay. All right.
And thank you to DJ Slinky for the services.
Awesome.
His services.
All right, Sandy, any final thoughts from you? Did we cover everything?
No, I think we're good. Thank you so much for having us this morning, Ruben.
God bless both of you. Thanks for
Thank
all
you,
that you do, and hope everybody goes out to that fundraiser, and then all of those events are also coming up as well. So, all right, thank you both. I've got to go. I've got to get ready for the noon show. So I will see you on KGNS at noon. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed rest of your day.